Hey guys, Ron here. Hope everybody's well. I hoped to have a better shot at this house, literally shot at the house. I don't have a real great shot, but I'll show you what I can. This house kind of is on a corner lot, so we can see this side of it a little bit, not so much the front, but it's the quite modest home in the San Fernando Valley of Eric Roberts and his wife Eliza. Eric Roberts, great actor, probably peaked in the early 90s, but it's besides the point. He, of course, is the older brother of Julia Roberts, and everybody knows who Julia is. But Eric Roberts, well, let's just take a look at what we can see of the house. We can't see much. Just San Fernando Valley, Sherman Oaks neighborhood. Eric Roberts, I love, he talks about his own performance in Star 80, and he says what a great performance it was. And it was. He was great. I think he was nominated for a Golden Globe. Looks like there's a pool out there because the house is shimmering. But he was great in, he got his start in 1978 in a show called King of the Gypsies. And he was in Star 80 and he was in Pope of Greenwich Village. Those were his two big films. And he also was in a big film after that, and I believe 1984, called Runaway Train with my man, who I've met, great guy, Jon Voight. And I'm trying to remember after that, he was in a show called The Specialist with, I think that was one with Sharon Stone and Sylvester Stallone in the mid-90s. There's not much to see. I debated on filming this, but we can talk about him at least and look at this little neighborhood. Now, Eric Roberts' parents divorced when he and Julie and the other siblings were young, and Eric went to live with the father, and then the sisters went to live with the mother, and he and Julia were estranged even as far back as that time when they were very, very young. Now, supposedly, they've reconciled to a degree in the last 10 years or so, maybe less than 10 years, but we don't know the extent of it. Julia obviously lives in a mega mansion or mega mansions, and Eric has this, this rather modest property here. And but besides that, he's had some run-ins with the law over time, and drugs mainly. I think there was a domestic battery charge made by his wife once, but I don't know. They're on title of the house. They are still together, and Eric has acted in over 700 films. And really, all we can see is the fence here. Good idea that they had this built. This house is old. It's built in 1937. So I see a car in there, but unfortunately, we can't get much more to the house, folks. Other than that, maybe I should go back again. But yeah, that's it. There is a little buzz-in gate here, so if you're a celebrity here, that's the house you live in. But Eric Roberts, check out Star 80 if you haven't seen it. Oh boy, am I having a bad day. Oh my God. Check out Star 80, which is now, by the way, that's the film, of course. Oh boy. That's the film about Dorothy Stratton, the Playboy centerfold, who was murdered by her estranged husband, Paul Snider, and of course, played Snider. And I actually have a video on here from the actual house where she was killed, where they were both killed, a murder-suicide. And I think that's the first time I saw him and just thought, God, this guy is great. What a great performance. And he talks about that performance. He said they did 3 months of prep work and 6 months shooting the movie. So he said he had 6 months to essentially live in that character. And it must have been very emotionally draining, and the performance really reflects it. And I think then the next time I saw him was Pope of Greenwich Village, which you should really check out if you haven't seen. He and Mickey Rourke and Burt Young from Rocky. Another great film. Eric Roberts was actually born, the family was from Biloxi, Mississippi, and the mom and Julie and the girls moved to Smyrna, Georgia. That I knew. And Eric then stayed with Dad for a while, and it was very traumatic when you're the child of divorce. A lot of traffic on these residential streets, huh? Well, I think that's all we're gonna get. I wish I could go longer here, folks. What's that? Neighbors in the yard? Yeah. we could go more, but we can't. So, all this firewood they got piled up here. Wow. It's just a valley street here. San Fernando Valley. Very residential. But more street traffic in this residential neighborhood than when I used to live around here. Ooh, a lot of bees going in there. It's good property for a dog. Oh, these guys are coming down this way. I'll let them go. So anyway, a lot of traffic. So one guy pumping is doing some business out here. All right, guys. Well, a lot of traffic. Man, I'm off to my next location. All we're going to see here is the fence again, but I did my best. All right, guys. Ron here, out in front of actor Eric Roberts' house. If you like the channel, please subscribe. If you do subscribe, please hit the little bell icon next to the subscription button, and you'll be notified as to when I post. And also, guys, please give the channel likes. I would appreciate it. Comment in the comment section if you see fit. And I will be seeing you guys at the next location. Thank you. Bye-bye.